are you all? My name's Eva. I'm the director of the Scottish Arm Festival and also the Scottish Show Producer Showcase. This will be the last of our lives with some of the vendors that will be joining us this Saturday at our Scottish Show Producer Showcase event at the Juror Centre. And just before I go and invite Nervus Fibres to come in and join me and show some of what she's going to plan to bring this weekend, I just want to have a quick word about tickets. So just a little bit of a reminder that this event is completely sold out. Tickets have been on sale since the 4th of February. And, as with all events, buy early to avoid disappointment. If any had been left, we would have left them at the door. But this is a smaller event than our much larger festival, which takes place in September. We have a complete sellout. I am currently being inundated with messages from disappointed people. And while it's amazing that this has been as big a success as it is, and we've made an extra 1.5 times the amount of tickets available for this event than we had actually sold last year, we understand that, people who didn't get their tickets are disappointed. Honestly, there's nothing that we can do about that. We cannot magic tickets up from somewhere else. We are at maximum capacity for the fire regulations of the venue in the spaces that we are in. I have to also factor into that that we've got people attending in wheelchairs with mobility aids, with children. I cannot magic up more tickets or just tell people to come along. Please do not travel to the event if you do not have a ticket this weekend. Our security team will not let you in. So we don't want you to go to that expense of travelling and hoping. Situation is not going to change. We cannot make tickets available on the door. I cannot create any more tickets. I just had 6 emails overnight, never mind all the messages on social media and comments that we're seeing through the day. So we're sorry that we can't just say everyone come along. We can't. We are absolutely at capacity, and we would ask that you can respect that now and maybe just hang on to that yarn budget until September when we've got the full festival. And next year for the Scottish Show Producer Showcase, because it will be back, we would recommend you get in early if you desperately want to come. It is the nature of events. They should sell out. They're meant to sell out. And it's happened. And it is just like going to a gig, really. If a gig's sold out, it's sold out. If an event is sold out, it's sold out. So I'm sorry and I'm disappointed for you if you wanted to come and you didn't get a ticket, but I really, there's nothing else that I can do at that time. And messaging me or emailing or commenting somewhere isn't going to create any more tickets. And the tickets that have been sold are non-transferable. It's in the terms and conditions, because I'm seeing significant amount of comments out there, people asking, oh, well, if you're not going, if you hear a ticket's available, let me know. There are no tickets. If you do not have a ticket, that's it for this time, I'm afraid. Okay, moving on from that, and I'm sorry it maybe sounded like a little bit school teacherish, but I do have to explain that there's a lot of health and safety sort of requirements and things that go into the background of hosting these events. I understand that they're very much part of the community, and the community loves them, and we're very much kind of supported by you. But if we're at capacity, we are at capacity, and we are occupying a larger space than we were last time, and last time we still had tickets available. So we couldn't have seen just how popular that this was going to be based on last year. Anyway, hopefully Nervus Fibre's still here. I'm going to invite Charlotte on and let's have a wee look at what she'll be bringing for those of you who do have tickets this Saturday. So just going to take a little moment to type in. That should be the invite sent. So fingers crossed. Hopefully you'll be joining me in a moment. And Smeagol, are you coming up as well? Because she's appeared. Hello, Charlotte. How are you?
How's it going?
Just on cue. Here we go. We've got a cat with us now. It's always something. I love your hat.
Oh, thank you.
That's a fabulous colour.
I was just saying this. I probably should have worn something. This isn't actually my yarn, so I can't take credit for this one. But my mum knit this one for me. So
Oh, that's lovely. Right. I think, yeah, Smeagol's going, oh, right, she's doing a live again. There's people chatting. I want to be in on this. Okay, sweetheart. Okay, so for the people joining, tuning in from my side who maybe don't know who you are, Charlotte, who are you? What do you do?
so I'm Charlotte. I'm the dyer behind Nervus Fibre. So I'm based in Glasgow. I've been running, so the business has been going for about 18 months-ish now, I think. So I dye across a lot of different bases, so I have quite a good offering of kind of non-superwash British bases, but I do also have kind of my merinos and linens as well. But I'm just bringing my my British non-superwash bases along for the weekend. So yeah.
Yeah, you are one of a few people that is kind of like Scotland adjacent, shall we call it? So you're based in Scotland, you're dyeing and working in Scotland, but your yarn bases are British, and we did want to kind of just open up this year and invite a few sort of adjacent people along, because you're important too.
Thank you.
You know, and the more focus that we kind of put on, you know, obviously a little bit biased in this event, Scottish absolute best, and then, you know, Welsh, British, you know, it's still local. You know, it's still local, and provenance is important, and heritage, and all these things, and sustainability, and really important to us. So yeah, you're one of our adjacent vendors.
Friends of.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely love the bases that you're bringing along. So what do you have to show us? Are you paying attention, Smeagol? I feel a bit Stephen West here.
No, where the camera is.
You would not wear a knitted sweater. You would not.
Yeah, so I'll show you a couple of things. So I've got a few different bases that I'm bringing along. So first off, I've got my Devonia bases. So they're spun by John Arbon down in the southwest. So they're it's grown and spun down in the southwest of England. So I've just got a few colorways to show you here. So I have a 4-ply and DK that I'm bringing along on this base, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's a mix of Exmoor Horn, BFL, and a little bit of kind of Wensleydale and Bromley in these ones. So I guess this is more of like the workhorse yarn, like great for sweaters and hats and everything in between. So I've got, and there's loads in the background as well. So I'm coming well stocked. So I've got my Devonia base coming along, and then a new base.
So your Devonia base, if you've got Wensleydale in it, it'll have a bit of a luster to it as well then, because that's quite a long staple length. Yeah,
so it's got a nice kind of little bit of a sheen to it. It's only a small amount of Wensleydale, but yeah, it's really beautiful. And when it knits up, it really blooms. It's just, yeah, it's really lovely to work with. So that's the first base I'm bringing along. I've also just introduced, also from John Arbon, their Exmoor stock base, which is a similar mix. It's got a little bit of swabbles in there as well, but this also has a little bit of nylon in it as well, so great for socks and for something a little bit sturdier. So it also, for variegated colorways, it's fantastic for a non-superwash base. So I've got, this is Salt, Ricka and Glow. So these were a few of the colorways from my sad vent that I ran at the beginning of the year. So I've got a lot of this that I'm bringing along as well. And this again has a lovely sheen to it as well. It's, yeah, really nice.
Your sad vent was completely inspired.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I loved it. I really enjoyed doing it. So for, I guess, those that didn't follow along, I didn't do an advent calendar this year. I ran a sad vent, which ran for the first couple of weeks of January, just a bit of a pick-me-up, I guess. So I'll be doing that again next year. But yes, I'm bringing a few of the colorways along from that as well, because I just can't let go of them. So they're coming along too. Then I am also bringing, so I've also got 100% Corriedale sock yarn, so a non-nylon sock base that I'm bringing along as well, which it's a high twist Corriedale base. So although it isn't as hard wearing, I guess, as a nylon sock yarn, the high twist does give it a little bit more structure. And it's so soft, great for socks, but also great for garments as well. It gives a lot of structure. So here I have Spren, Deepwood, and this is Red Sky. So this is all the Corriedale here that I'm bringing along with me. So we're well stocked on that as well. And then as an extra, so I posted about this yesterday, I've brought in a new base that I was going to run as an exclusive for the festival over the weekend, but I'm struggling to part with it, so we'll see how that goes after the weekend. But I'm bringing along a BFL Gotland knit, which is just fantastic. I love it. So it's got a great, again, it's got a great shine to it. The undyed base is grey, so it just gives a real kind of depth of colour. I'm really looking forward to knitting with this. So I've got this on a 4-ply and a DK that I'm bringing along. So we've got Back to the Mud, Tremble and Buttered here. But again, I've got quite a few colourways across this. So yeah, if you're coming to the festival, you'll be the first to see it. It may come back into the shop afterwards. I don't know yet. We'll see. This was just going to be the run of it, but now I don't know if I can bear to part with it. So, but yeah, so that's the yarn bases that I'm bringing along. So yeah, all hand dyed in my little studio in Glasgow, and yeah, I'm bringing a lot with me, but obviously everything's up on my website as well. And then I guess just as a little extra, so I'm actually bringing along some stitch markers as well. So my lovely friend Sophie, who runs Under the Willow Pottery, is also a knitter. So
I'm desperate to get her at the festival sometime because her stuff's just glorious.
It is fantastic. So she has very kindly given me some of her stitch markers to bring along. Very, very limited amount, but I've got a couple of sets here to show you as well. So they're all little hand-fired little pieces of pottery. So this one's a leaf, a mushroom, and a little tree. And then I've also got these ones as well. So a house, a ball of yarn, and a little sock. And I've got some little single ones as well. So they'll be coming along with me. As I say, a very limited amount. But yeah, I'm just very grateful to be bringing them along. So,
oh, they're adorable. That is really, really special. So yeah, Sophie, if you're watching this, thank you. And if not, then I'll need to reach out and tell her that we need her.
And I have been trying to convince her. But so yeah, so that's what I'm bringing along at the weekend. As I say, I'll be well stocked, hopefully. I'm still in the midst of. I'm so glad you can't see over here, because it's carnage. But
yeah, it's a similar story up here at the as well.
I was like, I'll just organise everything in the background and make it look like I'm prepared. But so yeah, bringing lots with me and really, really excited for the weekend.
Okay, well, I think Smeagol's saying that's time, Mum.
What are we doing now?
It's been hilarious just as the lives have been going on. In fact, I think everyone that's taking place in the evening, she's like, okay, it's alive again. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be part of it. So I love hearing all the chat. Don't you do Monkey Monkeys? Yeah, do you like Charlotte's yarn? Yeah, like Charlotte, but like your yarn. So yes, those of you who have managed to get tickets for Saturday, safe journeys. We will see you really soon. It's going to be limited sort of access for me now on social media and emails because I need to get ready to kind of really finish supporting new vendors now. And we've got set up at our venue tomorrow afternoon, which means Sorry, Smeagol, you're being abandoned for a little bit longer because I've got to be there for you before all of you to make sure everything's in place. This Grailson, I wish I was going next year. This will not be the last Scottish Show Producer Showcase. I think I speak for a lot of us, and I say I think we've got something incredibly special here with this event. It's in no danger of going, and those of you who don't, I mean, if you aren't going and you're seeing things, you know, on Charlotte's website tonight, stick a wee customer note, say that you've seen this live. It just helps us kind of like track where sales are coming from. That's always really helpful. And yeah, bigger yarn budget for September, those of you who aren't coming because you don't know what you might see then. More secrets coming out in the future. But yeah, safe travels everyone. I can't wait to see you again. Are you setting up tomorrow, or are you coming up on Saturday morning, Charlotte?
I'm coming up on Saturday, so I'll be there bright and early. So
I'll be a little bit later before I see you then, but I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, safe travels everyone, and I'll see you really soon. Bye.
bye.
Bye-bye.